Welcome back today. In this video, we're diving into the fascinating world of British coin collecting and looking closely at the top 2 most valuable sixpence coins. These classic coins of the United Kingdom hold a special place in numismatic history, and depending on the year, condition, and mint mark, their values can vary dramatically. Some sixpences are quite common, while others have become rare treasures worth big money at auctions. Let's get started. First up, the United Kingdom sixpence, dated 1961. This coin, while not among the rarest, still carries significant historical and collector value, especially when found in fine condition. We'll explore its background, its unique design features, the rarity and demand even in damaged condition, its current auction value in US dollars, and finally, some useful tips for collectors. The sixpence coin has a long and rich history in the United Kingdom, dating back to the 16th century under King Edward VI. It remained a staple part of the pre-decimal British currency system until decimalisation in 1971. The 1961 sixpence was issued during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, just 9 years into her reign. At that time, the sixpence was equal to half a shilling, or 1/40th of a pound sterling. Although millions were produced, these coins are now over 6 decades old, making them an attractive choice for both casual and serious collectors. The 1961 sixpence showcases a beautiful design that reflects Britain's royal traditions. On the obverse side, you'll find the first portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. This youthful portrait of the Queen is highly admired for its elegance and simplicity. On the reverse side, the coin carries a Tudor rose in the centre, surrounded by a thistle, shamrock, and leek representing the 4 nations of the United Kingdom: England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. The inscriptions read FID definite and 6 pence, along with the date 1961. Struck in cupronickel, the coin has a diameter of 19.41 millimeters and weighs 2.83 grams. Now, let's talk about rarity. The 1961 sixpence is not considered rare in the numismatic world, as it was struck in large numbers for everyday use. However, condition makes a significant difference. While fine condition examples are common, many coins from circulation are found damaged, scratched, or heavily worn due to decades of handling. Even in such damaged conditions, collectors may still pick them up to fill a missing spot in a collection, especially when building a date set of Queen Elizabeth II Surly coins. That said, damaged pieces generally fetch very low prices, often no more than their metal content or a nominal collector premium. When it comes to market value, the 1961 sixpence in fine condition typically sells for around $324,000 at online auctions or collector fairs. If the coin is in very fine or extremely fine condition, it might reach $114,000. Uncirculated or proof-like examples are much more desirable, sometimes selling for $20 or more depending on demand and grading. Damaged coins, however, usually sell for less than $1, often just as bulk lots for beginner collectors. While not a high-value rarity, the coin's affordability makes it an accessible starting point for those interested in collecting the 1961 sixpence. Here are a few helpful tips. Always check the condition carefully. Coins with sharp details, minimal wear, and good eye appeal will always hold better value. Avoid paying too much for damaged coins, unless they serve a specific purpose in your collection. If you're building a complete set of sixpences, focus on obtaining one in uncirculated or near uncirculated condition, as these will appreciate more over time. Lastly, buy from reputable dealers or well-reviewed online sellers to ensure authenticity and fair pricing. In summary, the United Kingdom sixpence of 1961 is not an extremely rare coin, but it remains a charming piece of numismatic history. Its elegant design, connection to Queen Elizabeth II's early reign, and its role in the pre-decimal system make it a favorite among collectors. While its market value in fine condition is modest, usually just a few dollars, it's still a coin worth owning for its history and accessibility. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced collector, the 1961 sixpence adds a small but meaningful touch to any British coin collection. Next up, the United Kingdom sixpence from 1954. We'll take a closer look at its history, unique design features, collector interest, rarity, and most importantly, its current market value in US dollars. Even though this coin is not considered one of the rarest British issues, it still holds a special place in numismatic circles, especially when found in well-preserved fine condition. So let's dive right in. The sixpence was a beloved British coin, first introduced in 1551 under King Edward VI, and it remained in circulation for over 400 years. By the 20th century, it was still a popular coin, worth half a shilling or 1/40th of a pound. The 1954 issue falls under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, who had only recently ascended to the throne in 1952. At this time, Britain was recovering from the aftermath of World War II, and coinage production was a crucial part of stabilizing the economy. The sixpence continued to play an important role in everyday transactions until decimalization in 1971, when it was withdrawn from circulation. The 1954 sixpence features the young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick, which was widely admired for its fresh and elegant depiction of the new monarch. On the reverse side, the coin displays a detailed floral design that brings together national symbols: a Tudor rose, thistle, shamrock, and leek, representing England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. This design by William Gardner made the sixpence a true emblem of unity within the United Kingdom. Struck in cupronickel after 1947, the coin has a silvery appearance but does not contain any actual silver, which makes it different from earlier sixpences. When it comes to rarity, the 1954 sixpence is not considered a scarce coin. Millions were minted for circulation, and many still exist today. However, condition plays a huge role in value. A coin in fine condition, while circulated, retains much of its detail and appeal. Damaged or heavily worn examples are quite common and generally have little value beyond sentimental or educational purposes. That being said, even coins in lower grades attract beginner collectors or those looking to complete a date set of Queen Elizabeth II's coinage. Now let's talk about the money side. In the current auction market, a circulated 1954 sixpence in fine condition typically sells between $635,000. Examples in very fine or extremely fine grades can go a bit higher, perhaps up to $15. Uncirculated and mint state coins are the ones that really interest serious collectors, and those can fetch around $516,000, depending on quality and demand. However, if your coin is in circulated fine condition, its value remains modest more as a collectible than as a financial investment. If you're looking to collect the 1954 sixpence, here are a few useful tips. First, always pay attention to condition coins with clear details and minimal where will hold their value better. Second, consider building a complete run of Queen Elizabeth II sixpences, as collectors often value full series more than isolated coins. Third, store your coins properly in acid-free holders or albums to prevent tarnish or damage. Finally, always compare prices at coin shops, online auctions, and collector fairs to ensure you're paying a fair market value. In conclusion, the United Kingdom sixpence of 1954 is not a rare coin, but it is a wonderful piece of British history, especially for those who admire early Elizabeth II coinage. Its design, heritage, and affordability make it a great entry point for new collectors. While its value in fine circulated condition is modest, usually just a couple of dollars, the true reward lies in preserving a small yet significant part of British numismatic history. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1954 sixpence, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more coin history and values, and share your own experiences with this coin in the comments below.